Look who just rolled in. It's time to butter up your ears for laughs, life, and a little flaky wisdom. It's all about the biscuits with RJ.
At All About the Biscuits, we believe life's just a big old platter of toppings. Flaky, spicy, sweet, even messy. And guess what? We butter them all up and dig right in. Whether it's real talk or ridiculous rants. I'm RJ and we're serving it hot. All topics, all biscuits, always served hot.
All right. Welcome back to All About the Biscuits with RJ. That's right. This guy, we're rolling in hot. I don't know why I do that. It's just the nature of me because I'm corny and I like to keep things just rolling. I digress. No, let me tell you, here's a disclaimer. One take, that's off. You don't like it, that's okay. There's the door. Don't let it hit you where the good Lord split you. You know, you get in a rhythm of saying that. And something I noticed on the end of our intro where the biscuits are sitting there, it has our logo twice. I need to correct that. So let me find a pen here. Let me find a piece of paper. Please hold. Fix end of intro. All right. And if anyone hadn't noticed that watches this and not just listens, you'll notice we've added the glasses. That's right. I wear glasses. So if you're just listening to the audio, I'm letting you know I wear glasses because I have 4 eyes like a frog. And I know a lot of people don't know what that means because back in the day, I used to get called 4 eyes. That's right. 4 eyes. And I always used to say, well, 4 eyes is better than 2. All right, I'm going to digress and tell a story here. So this past weekend, the boss and I, my wife, we went to a place called Charlotte's on Maybank. It used to be this old English pub. We had never been to that place, so we went to the new establishment, Charlotte's on Maybank, which I'll say it was pleasantly good. Good. I would say it was service was great. Food was better than I expected. The decor walking inside, it's larger than you think just from the outside looking at it. The only thing I say is it's definitely in a location that's probably a little tough for them because it's in a Harris Teeter parking lot. It's on the main road. But walking in, it opens up to this big English style pub. It's dark decor, but it's modern, it's clean, the bar is huge, it looks good, and the food, I didn't go in with any expectations because we had never been there. The food was pleasantly good. I thought it was we're definitely going to go back for dinner at some point because some of the items on the menu look pretty interesting. But yeah, so we're there and we're sitting watching the football game, just discussing like what's going to happen on Thanksgiving, what we're going to do and such. But so these 2 ladies come in, probably about our age, maybe slightly younger, not too much. I think they were probably on a date. And that's okay. Who cares if that's not your thing? Not really care. There's the door. We're not going to apologize. So who cares? So they come in. The waitress, who was fantastic, probably the bartender, I should say. She was great. She was very attentive, always looking on us, always filling up the drinks. I always like someone that's consistently on top of the drinks. And, I don't want to have to wave them down. And, I can't stand these people. I digress again. I can't stand the people that sit there in a restaurant, start flagging someone down with their hand. You're not a 6-year-old in school waving your hand because you got to go potty. Okay? They will come around. You don't have to wave your hand. It's okay. You don't have to bark out loud. Hey, I need help. I can't stand those people in a restaurant that think because they're the customer that they're allowed to wave people down all obnoxiously or start yelling, ma'am, 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 ma'am. No, don't do that. You look like an ass. And you probably shouldn't go out of the house and go to eat if you're waving people down because you need service, because you can't be patient. It's one thing if your service is that bad and they're not attentive. I get that. But at that point, you can get up and walk over and say, hello, I need a little help. I don't know where our waitress is. I don't know if she's taking a break. Can you help us? End of story. I can't stand the people like Karens that wave people down, or you can hear them and you're just another patron there trying to enjoy your meal. And you're looking at them going, is this for real? You need to leave. You're not welcome here. So, anyways, these two ladies come in. Pleasant, whatever. They my wife had to go to the bathroom. They walk in, they're looking at me just shoving the food in my face. And it was a great, great prime rib sandwich. And I probably had like horseradish coming down my face because I'm that kind of person. I always need like the Red Lobster bib, trust me. So the lady comes over, gives them 2 menus, and is like, hey, do you want to sit anywhere? So they go sit down. My wife comes back. And, we're just talking. Not 5 minutes later, they walk out. Like, do. No. And there's not a lot of people there. Okay. Actually, there were probably 2 other couples there. They don't even say thank you, but we're going to leave. Thank you. This just isn't for us. Nothing. They just get up and they leave, which is fine. That's your prerogative. And I'm like, okay. So the waitress, she comes over and, we're just like, why'd they leave? She said, oh, there was nothing on the menu that looked good that interests them. So, just looking at them, whatever. I just said she went back to the bar and I was talking to my wife. I just looked at her. I was like, oh, those damn vegans. And, there is stuff on the menu that they could have eaten. I don't know what you're leaving for. The food was good. The service was attentive. And I'm like, okay, but like, what are you looking for? It's a English pub. Like, let's be real. Like, you go into an English pub, you kind of sort of know the vibe. You kind of sort of know what food you're going to get, like bar food. This place actually has elevated their food to where it's not just regular bar food. You can get a burger, you can get fish and chips. Yeah, but they had stuff on there that was different, a little bit more boutique-y kind of seafood stuff, food, and it was decent. It was pretty good. I would recommend it. And like I said, we're gonna go back for dinner. But like, man, they left. I'm like, not sure. Like, what did you think it was gonna be? You walk in, you see the place. Either you turn around or they didn't like anything on the menu. Oh, and the menu's outside too, in a little case that they can look at. I'm just like, I don't get people. It's just, I don't know. Just weird to me that you can't look things up on Google. The menu's outside. You actually made the effort to come in and sit down, and the woman served you drinks, and then you're like, we're out. Okay, we don't need you. There's the door. Don't let it hit you where the good Lord split ya. All right, moving on. So what were we talking about? I don't know. Yeah, I digress. We can talk about whatever. But yeah, so from part 1, it's those bosses, we'll stick with the boss and supervisor, those Billy bullshitters in the world that are actually our supervisors, our leadership, our bosses, our executive management. It always amazes me that I'll have a supervisor not usually my immediate, but like one level up that doesn't really, you don't know what the person does. They manage all these people on whether it's a project or a department, and you're like, how did they even get into that position? Where I work now, we use Workday, so you can see people's like resumes, let's say their job descriptions, and we all go in and update and such. And you look at them, you're like, okay, I'm not really sure what that responsibility is or what that is. Or you go, yeah, you absolutely had nothing to do with that. Oh no, that's not even true. It's you just wonder. They just BS their way up the food chain at a company. And then when they're so high, it doesn't really matter. They take credit for everything that the team does, even though they didn't really give us any guidance or help. That's always the worst. When you have a supervisor or boss that says they got your back, but when there are issues that need to be addressed or taken care of, they don't do anything. They're afraid to talk. They're afraid to ask. They're afraid to say no. I always tell my people under my direct reports that I'm here to alleviate or mitigate or move heaven and earth of all challenges and all risks for you not to do your job. I am here to move all that out of your way so you can do your job. Plain and simple. My folks, very collaborative. Teamwork makes the dream work. Gosh, I hate that saying, but it's true. And once your folks get into a groove and their mojo is perfect, they will deliver every time. And you don't have to manage. You can be there, be their leader, advise them, give them guidance, and make sure that there are no blockers, challenges, or risks in their way from doing their job. And that's, to me, what I'm here for. I'm here to serve you. And it bothers me that, some of these supervisors, bosses, they just talk a good game. And it's not that they don't care about you, because obviously they do. You would like to think as a human. But when you have a problem, zero confidence when it comes to dealing with conflict, or zero confidence on how to, or I don't want to say confidence, or the know-how to present a challenge to their boss or the client to get it out of the way so you can do your job. They're either too blunt, they have no tact, they're not confident or assertive in how they present things. When dealing with clients, you don't tell them what to do. You don't even ask them. You present it in a way that hopefully you've already created a trusting and a comfortable relationship with them, that you can talk to them as a human being with compassion to get the job done. As a good leader, our job is to serve our direct reports and make sure that they have every resource, tool to do their job and to deliver quality work. And I see these supervisors, leaders, whatever have you, that over time, 25 years, that don't know how to read a room. They don't know how to ask for guidance or help in the appropriate way that, you want to be able to talk to someone and get the same respect back. And when you have the right attitude and the know-how, you'll get answers. You'll get heaven and earth moved so that the team that is supporting you their client, they'll move it for you. They will get it out of the way and get an answer for you because they are the client. Now, your immediate supervisor or boss, no way. I've dealt with people, and I'm like, they just don't know how to read a room, or they just don't have the confidence, but I'm wondering, how did you get into these positions? I really don't get it. And, it's just the BS to get them there. But yeah, it's funny to me, and it's always weird. And I'm always like, how did they do this? Like, I just don't get it. Now, I'm never the most intelligent in the room, but I've learned to read a room. And you just got to talk to people. Be open, be honest, be transparent. They will help your team working for them to get the job done. That's it. It's pretty straightforward. But yeah, so don't be that person that just walks out of a restaurant and says, "Oh, there's nothing on the menu that pleases me," when the menu's right outside. You didn't even have to walk in. Or the person that has to wave someone down like a sixth grader that's got to go pee. Don't be that person and barking at a server that has been helping you. Because one, it's embarrassing in front of your family. Two, it's probably unnecessary. And three, who really knows what is going through these people's head? I don't. All right, folks, wrapping up part 2. Get ready for next week. We got some more coming to you. Remember, be kind, make someone smile. That's why we're all here, to serve each other and support each other. Y'all have a great weekend. Yep, that's right. I'm looking for the end recording button. Have a good one.
Thanks for pulling up a chair with us at All About the Biscuits. Remember, life's messy, flaky, and sometimes sweet, but we're in it together. Don't forget to subscribe, follow, leave a review, and pass the plate to a friend. See you next time.